Hey everybody, how's it going? Here's just a prime example of things that I talk about on a daily basis with ketones and ketosis, with increasing your lean muscle mass, the two types of fuel sources, and intermittent fasting as well. So here it is right on Dr. Oz today. My mind was blown away when I saw this. Here's just a little clip I put together for you to reinforce, what we're talking about and how ketones are so healthy for you.
The thing about this food pyramid is that you interviewed hundreds of experts. It's a lot of work. Hundreds of experts thinking that food is medicine, right? And it turned out that you literally could turn things upside down with this food pyramid. What did you find?
Yeah, Dr. Oz, that's exactly what we should be doing. One question that every doctor should ask their patient is, what are you eating? And this applies certainly to brain doctors. New research is beginning to show.
Flipping that typical food pyramid upside down, where we have limited carbs on top, a big chunk of fruits and vegetables, and then our base is really our proteins. Herring is actually the largest dietary source for creatine. And if you don't know what creatine is and what creatine can do for your brain and for your body, I encourage you to look that up.
Yeah, so your brain, I like to say, is like the universe's most advanced hybrid. And like a hybrid car, your brain can run off of two fuel sources. Okay, so for one, we've got gasoline. In the brain, the gasoline is like the sugar, the glucose that the brain uses. And then the other fuel source that the brain can use is sort of like the brain's battery, the brain's electricity. They're called ketones.
Yeah.
Now, I like to say that when the brain is running on electricity, it's sort of like a Tesla, okay, a very fast car. On the other hand, when the brain is using sugar for fuel, it's sort of like a jalopy, it's chugging along. Sugar produces exhaust, it produces toxic byproducts, essentially. And ketones, on the other hand, can be thought of sort of as like a clean burning fuel source.
One of the biggest things that you've heard me say is looking at food instead of medicine and how that can fix our body. So the first question you want to ask yourself is, what are you eating? What are you fueling your body with?
The metaphor's simple. Your car can use gas and batteries. Your body can use sugar or ketones. One's a little better than the other. And as we realize that, we get to appreciate the power we have as individuals. So to become more ketone using, you suggest intermittent fasting.
Yeah, so typically what I would do is I would stop eating by 6 p.m. and then I wouldn't eat anything else. I would drink water, of course, but I wouldn't eat any other calories until 8 a.m. the next day.
Regulating your cardio and why the lean muscle mass is what regulates your body's metabolism and why it's important to lift weights.
So the term skinny fat, it actually is a legitimate medical problem where your percentage of body fat is higher than your muscle, and that actually puts you at a higher risk for Alzheimer's disease. It all depends on how your body's fat is stored and what is the difference between the amount of fat and muscle in your body.
All right, so you call it body fat composition.
Exactly.
And just to elucidate this, your body is made up of muscle and fat. Yes, there's some water, but we're going to focus on the muscle and the fat right now. And the best way to measure your Alzheimer's risk is actually to look at this body fat composition.
So the most important thing for us to understand is that muscle building is very important. A lot of us may look at a person and he or she may be skinny, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're healthy. The content of fat is very important. If they have more muscle, they actually are metabolically more active and they're very strong. They actually have bigger brains, better brains, and they lower their risk for Alzheimer's disease.
I actually have a gym membership. I may go, occasionally say hi. But I tend to like go straight for the treadmill with the intention of getting to the weights and doing all that kind of stuff. But then I start looking at the time where I spend more time on the treadmill than I thought, and I just, kind of ignore them as I walk out the door.
It is scientifically proven that the adult can grow new brain cells, that the human body can grow new brain cells up until the day of death. There is no age limit on that. Imagine if you had a DNA repair. Imagine if you had something to fuel your brain properly and to fuel your body properly that is going to help you repair your DNA. The breakdown of DNA is what causes aging. So if you want an anti-aging medicine or an anti-aging fix, this is it, DNA repair. The way that we fuel our bodies is imperative. It is going to give us the fuel for the day and the fuel to change our lives, okay? We're talking about our longevity and our cognitive function, our brain's ability to function. You can choose to function on either glucose, which is carbohydrates, or ketones, okay? It is your choice. To recap here, we have a choice on how we fuel our body, including intermittent fasting, and when we get into the gym, really focusing on weight training as well as cardio. A little bit of proof behind what I've been preaching. So if you have any questions on the effects of ketones, ketosis, intermittent fasting, please feel free to reach out. Have you done what it takes to accomplish your goals today?